Following last summer's devastating wildfire season, the Washington National Guard is preparing for another large-scale fire. Today begins the week-long annual Operation Evergreen Ember exercise. Training takes place at Camp Murray. The
massive disaster response training event.
Hold on. He's going to open the hose.
By practicing and by rehearsing, I think we'll be able to respond much quicker. So at least the military department will be sure to respond when
look, sound, and even smell like a chemical explosion is everything but. 400 soldiers from the National Guard suited up at the Hammer facility and went through exactly how they would respond to a
disaster scenario with fake blood and hazmat suits played out during today's National Guard training exercise at Hammer. As a part of the Homeland Response Force, soldiers and airmen set up an emergency response base to test their skills. Volunteers with gory makeup served as chemical disaster victims that soldiers took through the decontamination process. Guard members sprayed victims down with water and tested them with devices, walking them through a series of stations.
The Washington Military Department did send furlough notices to more than 800 employees today, and that includes...
Saturday, the House passed a bill to guarantee federal workers their back pay, but has not yet cleared the Senate. And it looks like furloughed Washington...
Many furloughed are those that put their lives on the line for our freedom. Members of the National Guard from the Yakima Training Center are feeling the impact. John Lacrosse went to the home of one
National Guardsmen in Washington. The monthly drill canceled. This means about 8,000 National Guards people will stay home over the weekend and will not get their monthly drill pay. Drills had originally been scheduled throughout Washington.
Now the Washington National Guard wants to exchange some of its heavy tanks for several Stryker vehicles. Officials say the Strykers would be a big help when the National Guard is responding to disasters.
We've had that dual role, dealing on the one side with the nation's defense and dealing with disasters on the other. And now the Guard wants to exchange some of its heavy tanks in the 81st Combat Team based in Yakima for more Stryker vehicles. Colonel Doro deployed with the 81st twice in Iraq. The Stryker would be a bigger help in a battle with nature.
So if you had just the crew, you could actually evacuate civilians out of a flood area or even a fire area if they needed the evacuation.
Whether that's floods, wildfires, or earthquakes.
More than 12 hours after a homeowner alerted police that her tenant might have explosives in this house on Forest Avenue South, bomb experts from the FBI, ATF, King County Sheriff's Office, and the Washington National Guard detonated what they found. They also evacuated the homes near...
The Army National Guard officially dedicated its new Combined Support Maintenance Shop on Joint Base Lewis-McChord yesterday. The $21 million facility is replacing the old one on Camp Murray, which was originally built in the 1950s. The maintenance shop is responsible for all Washington Army National Guard wheeled vehicle repairs and maintenance in Western Washington. So looking good there, state-of-the-art.
The words strength and courage come to mind, but most of all, inspiration.
Some of my friends have even told me that, and it's like made me feel warm inside, like good about myself.
So what's next?
I haven't really figured that out yet, but hopefully something good.
The Clark County Sheriff's Office says no charges have been filed against the driver, but this is still an active investigation. Meanwhile, Justin says his dream was to join the Air Force. Well, this Saturday, he'll be sworn in as an honorary member of the Washington Air National Guard at Camp Murray. Sophie So.